take you back.
There's ISIS.
Reports of enemy aircraft in the area of Southport. Understand that attack is being launched from a foreign nation featuring a vintage Norwegian MiG-15.
Yes, look, there's the enemy aircraft.
Known to NATO as the Faggot. A jet fighter developed by Mikhail Gurevich of the Soviet Union, one of the most successful swept-wing jet fighters. And here she comes for a strafing run now, coming in on the right-hand side. Stunning arrival. Oh my word. We weren't expecting the bomb load as well. So this a fearsome fighter of its time, achieving fame in the skies over Korea, where early in the war it outclassed all of the straight-wing enemy fighters in most applications. This particular example was built in Poland, and initially the aircraft served in 1949, and an incredible 18,000 MiG-15s were produced. First flight was undertaken in December 1987. So the Soviet Air Force, the Polish, the Korean People's Air Force, and 40 other air forces around the world. To the development of an equally successful MiG-17, believed to be one of the most widely produced jet aircraft as well. The 15 is often mentioned along with the North American F-86 Sabre as the best fighter aircraft of the Korean War and among the best fighter aircraft of all time. remained in service with the North Koreans were the very longest and last military organisation to fly it. This aircraft, produced by WSK Milek in 1952, it's operated by the Norwegian Air Force Historical Squadron as a representative of the Cold War enemy. Following its Polish Air Force service ending in 1990, the aircraft was exported to the USA and based there before returning to Europe in the summer of 2014. Experienced ex-Polish Air Force MiG-15 engineers now carry out the maintenance of this unique aircraft. So why have they got it? Well, it's very much to do with the shared border between northeastern Norway and Russia, and the many encounters between the Royal Norwegian Air Force and the Soviet aircraft during the Cold War. Polish MiG is an appropriate addition to the Norwegian Air Force Historical Squadron. There's something else special about this aircraft as well, because it's painted and marked as Red 18. That is to represent the Russian-Soviet pilot and cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin's own personal MiG-15. Those of you who are not around, who are old enough to recognize that name, he was the first human being to journey into outer space in 1961. Before he went into space, Yuri Alexeyevich Gagarin was stationed close to the Norwegian border and only 40 kilometers from the Norwegian city of Kirkenes as a fighter pilot flying the MiG-15. Midget, this is a two-seat trainer version, carried a 12.7mm gun. Relatively small aircraft, 33 foot long and a similar wingspan, just 12 feet off the ground. And the engine you're listening to there, a Plymouth VK1 turbojet engine, giving just under 6,000 pounds of thrust. Expect, however, to have our own friendly forces come in and bounce this aircraft very shortly. Two ram hires belonging to the Norwegian Historical Association working, we know, some distance from us at the moment to come in and intercept this rogue MiG-15 and see it off. As well as the Korean War, MiG-15s were involved in other conflicts as well. They were in the Korean, painted in North Korean markings, but flown by Russian pilots. In the Chinese Civil War against Taiwan in 1950, Russia deployed a squadron of MiG-15s that saw action against Taiwan. And in the Suez Canal crisis in 1956, Egyptian MiG-15s fought the Israeli Air Force. Just over 50,000 feet and a range of around 1,200 miles. It was quite a performer and could pull up to 8G, where that being a very unpleasant load for any pilot to carry without additional heat protection facilities. 6,000 of these aircraft were built in the Soviet Union between 1949 and 1959, and then another 6,000 examples produced under license in Poland, Czechoslovakia and China. Just an astonishing sight, isn't it? It's a very, very rare sight to see this thing bouncing around the beaches of Southport. Very spooky scene. Our friends from Norway based the aircraft at North Weald in Essex during the course of the summer season. They get an awful lot of additional opportunities here rather than in Norway to show the aircraft that they have in their collection around the UK. Ironically enough, it was the designer of this aircraft that persuaded Joseph Stalin to buy Rolls-Royce engines and then upgrade the factory-built MiGs, and through the course, of course, they then went on to copy many of the designs from the West and upgrade their own aircraft. Second now, we're expecting the bounce on the MiG to take place, and here they come. The friendly forces have arrived in the guise of two vampires, and this year celebrating the Royal Air Force squadron colours. All these aircraft belonging to this unique organisation. We've got here a Vampire T-55 two-seater and a single-seat FB-52 joining the lonely MiG-15. Unique band of guys displaying their aircraft and heritage flights, not just through their past experience with the Royal Norwegian Air Force, but of course in conjunction with the British history of these two famous aircraft here as well. Now the Mustang actually is under reverse now on the tail of the two Vampires. Her organisation was founded in 2008, based at Riga Air Base in Norway. Their whole goal to preserve ex-military historical aircraft in flying condition and display this unique heritage to public air shows all around Europe. A really great bunch of guys. Brainchild behind all this, Kenny Gartweiler, is a really delightful chap and has just got oodles of hours, well over 15,000 hours. Started his flying at the age of 15 and soloed in a glider before getting his full pilot's license. Went into aerobatics and instructing, joined the military in 1981 and also trained as a forward air controller. He then went on to fly for Scandinavian Airlines, SAS, captain of the whole series of 737s before founding the Norwegian Air Force Historical Squadron. He generally flies the MiG-15 but also takes part in the maintenance of all the aircraft and flying both the Vampires as well. Alongside him, Martin Tintin Tesley, one of the fighter pilots with the Royal Norwegian Air Force 338 Tiger Squadron, based up in the northwest of the country at Trondheim. Joined the Air Force in 1984 and went through flight training in the USA. And also became a weapons instructor as well. Holds the rank of Lieutenant Colonel and is one of Norway's first F-35 pilots and will be the first Norwegian F-35 squadron commander, currently based at Luke Air Force Base in the United States. Also flying Yuri Matila, newest pilot to join the Norwegian Air Force Historical Squadron. Yuri, interesting enough, not Norwegian, comes from the neighbouring country of Finland. A huge passion for flying. And I'm really too proud to see that formation going past any beach in the United Kingdom, let alone in Europe. Yuri is actually the Finnish Air Force Chief Test Pilot. He's flown the F-18 Hornets and BAE Hawks, like many others. His daily work is at the Finnish Air Force Test Centre at Southport Air Command Base in Finland. He's flown more than 60 aircraft types and besides his work, also throws in a bit of air show and aerobatic flying as well. The J300, that's one of the later flying, and the pit specialist. He's flown a huge number of aircraft test flying duties, including the Jazz 39 Griffin, the Typhoon and the Raphael. But here they are now going back in time to these amazing Cold War films. Unique, beautiful flights. And the sharp eye will have noticed the colour schemes because to contribute to celebrate to the RF 100th birthday, the Norwegian Air Force Historical Squadron have temporarily decorated the two de Havilland aircraft in RAF markings to go back to the bonds linking both the Air Force and the Norwegian Air Force. The FE5 single-seater representing BZ305 72 Squadron aircraft. Not the first established was one of the Opium Wing Vampire Squadrons, and later 72 Squadron was transferred to North Wales, where the Norwegians based themselves today. Two-seat Vampire, delivering the famous number 4 Squadron, and representing aircraft 50 Zulu 447 and T11 inserted the number 4 Squadron in the mid. See those two aircraft in the RF 100 The history, to a certain extent, very confusing because these aircraft weren't ever British themselves, although now exporting Royal Air Force Comets. The T-55 was the export version with the RAF trainer. 6 were exported to Norway. Were, however, as this one was, licensed built in Switzerland in 1959. It was the last of 20 new Swiss-built two-seaters. Both aircraft are similar specification or slight differences in the tailplane configuration and in the canopy, only the two main giveaways of these aircraft. Maximum speed of just under 550 miles an hour with a range of 1,200 miles, and they can fly up to just over 42,000 feet. They could be armed with 4 20mm Hispano Mark V cannons, or 8 3 and 6-pound rockets, or 2 500-pound bombs on not those usual fuel drop bombs. The F-52, the FB-52 that is, was also an export version of the Mark 6, operated in UK. 36 of those were exported to Norway. But this one was also licensed built in Switzerland in 1952 and was flown with the Swiss Air Force. So the aircraft acquired from private air owners. We're now going back into the more familiar affairs display routine. And of course, as with the older, lower powered aircraft using greater airspace, they're not designed with the same agility and power as any of these modern jets. There you go, you just hear them chatting away to each other in very good English, given the fact that none of them are. Coming up, they say, for a double loop. Let's see how that goes. I suspect we're now coming to the tail end of this unique display. Considerable amount of airspace there, right up to about 4,000 or 5,000 feet, and they're going to do it all over again. Certainly just hear them signing off. I was hoping they'd give us a low, straight fly past just to wave them off, and you hear the rather almost an irritating whine from those